Good evening. I didn't hear you. You got to talk back to me. Good evening. There was a young man, and he saw this beautiful young lady. He decided he was going to marry her. So he pursued her, chased her down. Went to the young lady's father, and he says, I really want to marry your daughter. I'm in love with her. The father said, all right, son, you want to marry my daughter? Here's what you got to do. I want you to go stand in the pasture. I'm going to open my barn doors. I'm going to let 3 bulls out, one at a time. If you can catch the tail of any one of these bulls, I'll let you marry my daughter. Now, the young man was an old farm boy himself. So he thought, I've done this before. I got this. So he went and stood out confidently in the middle of the pasture. And the old man went and he opened the door. And the biggest, meanest, ugliest bull you could imagine came running out that door. That young man did what any of us would have done. He ran towards the fence, stepped to the side, and said, I'll just get the next one. Old man took a look out, saw his bull going on out the back gate. He said, all right, let me give him another one. He went ahead and he opened the barn doors. And the young man, unfortunately, to his chagrin, he saw an even bigger bull. But this one was different, though. This bull looked at the young man and started growling and snarling at him and started kicking at the ground and decided, I'm going to charge him. The young man did what any of us would have done. Ran to the fence and said, I'm going to get the next one. He knew it was his last chance, so he went back out to the middle of the pasture. And he stood there and that barn door opened and he saw the kindest, softest, most beautiful bull. The bull came out and it was just trotting along. The young man stepped to the side, positioned himself, and right as the bull was going by, he reached, but that bull had no tail. Here's what I need you to know. My name is Dr. Hardy. I'm the principal here, and I want to welcome you. At Hinsdale South, the pasture is open. The barn doors are going to open. I assure you that when you walk in the doors, the pasture is open to you. There is nothing and no one holding the gate closed, trying to keep you out. It's open to you. There are no locks on the barn doors. Those doors are going to open. You will have access. Give me the slide. You will have access. There are people who have worked hard long before I got here to make sure the locks are off the doors and the pasture is open to you. What will you have access to? Let me tell you. Access to opportunity. Athletics, we got that. Activities, we got that. Honors classes, world languages, music, band, dance, we got all that too. Great teachers and a dedicated faculty, we have it. One of the handsomest principals on planet Earth, we got that too. There will be opportunity, listen to me young people, but some of the best opportunities are the ones that will scare you. They are the biggest and the meanest, and they're growling and they're daring you to catch it. They come in the form of advanced classes and honors classes and opportunities that you may say, you know what, I'm just not sure. I might want to step to the side and get the next one. Here is the mistake we don't want you to make. Don't wait for the easiest, nicest, handsomest thing to come along, because what you'll find out is it doesn't have a tail. It can't get you where you're going. Think about the thing you want to do right now. Think about the money you want to make right now. It's not always going to be easy. If you don't believe me, I don't know your parents yet, and I know exactly where my car is, so I can run out, jump in it, and leave when I say this. If you don't believe me, ask your parents if they ever didn't take advantage of something because it scared them. We've all done it. I know a lot of people who missed opportunities because they felt like it was too big. You will have access. You will have opportunity. But here's what you're going to have to do. You got to choose to want it. It's your choice. We can't force you. We have a plethora of opportunities here for you and great people that will back you and support you and put their arms around you. But you must choose. I dare you to choose the big thing, that scary thing. Come here, chase your dreams. We can't wait to have you. Come, who's next? And you're going to hear about some of those opportunities. You're going to hear about that access. Please give your attention to our next speaker. I can't wait to meet you. Thanks for having me. Thanks for being here.
Hi, my name is Art Oster. I'm the athletic director here, and that is impossible to follow. But to kind of go along with Dr. Hardy's message, one of the best things about Hinsdale South on the athletic side, obviously that I oversee, is the opportunities that you will have, the opportunities that your son or daughter will have. To go also with what he said, challenge yourself. One of the biggest things that I get from freshman parents is, I'm not going to try that yet because I'm going into high school. I don't know, the class loads, it's going to be too much, so I'm going to wait to try that sport. Do the opposite, because it actually helps you academically to get involved. It gives you structure, it gives you other things like that. So you can see, I'm not going to go through all of these, but we offer 33 sports here at Hinsdale South, which is one of the most, if not the most, of any school our size. So the opportunity is there. You're going to see something on there you've probably never played in your life. Try it. We have many athletes that try one of these sports as a freshman, fall in love, end up going to play in college because they've dedicated so much time to that sport and they fall in love with it. So that is my message. Get involved. In a second, I'll turn it over to our activities directors, but here is, we have so many different opportunities. Please, please, please get involved and enjoy it. It's a great time. So again, welcome tonight. I'm going to turn it now to our activities director, Mr. Chavaria.
Thanks, Mr. Osborough. Again, to echo everybody, welcome to Hinsdale South. Nick Chavaria, activities director and part-time social studies teacher. If my boss gives me the same assignment, world honors to freshmen, so some of you will have me next year, hopefully. But that being said, to echo what both the previous gentlemen said, we have over 60, 68 or so student activities that you can be a part of here at Hinsdale South. That covers everything from our chess team to our state champion speech team to our Illinois Theater Festival bound. There you go, right there. He's excited. So make sure you check that out. You visited those sponsors today. When you get here at the beginning of your school year, we'll have another one of those for you to sign up and meet those sponsors and students who are involved. That first couple weeks, find something. Mr. Osler just said it. Find something, because the more you are connected to this school, it is your school. The more you take from it, the better experience we're going to have. So we are here for you to offer all manner of opportunities, so please check those out. Our website has all of our activities. There's a giant presentation. You can see each one with photos and links to how to contact sponsors and students. So please make sure you check that out. And Mr. Holland, if you got one more. Also, to see all the good things going on at Hinsdale South, please check us out. Take those phones out if you are. You'll see some photos from tonight on Instagram in just a few minutes as soon as I post them. So follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all the good things happening in Hinsdale South. You can see presented there nearly every single day, so unless I forget. So check it out, social media, be sure to follow us, Hinsdale South. Also, I know you met our booster club, athletic club is here, music boosters. There's all manner of parents. We're certainly looking for you to get involved as the liaison to the booster club. I'd love to see all of you at the meetings next year, so be sure to check all that information out. I don't want to take too much time of your evening, so I know you got a lot to hear. So welcome to Hinsdale South. It's a great place to work and it's an even better place to learn. So we'll see you next year. I'll introduce Mr. Holland to talk about some student speakers.
All right, good evening, everybody. It's my pleasure to welcome you. My name is Michael Holland. It's an honor to welcome the 8th graders every year. One of the true delights of our staff is to see all your faces, see your excitement, and get a chance to preview the school for you. One of the highlights of this evening, beyond the Reverend Dr. Patrick Cardio's awesome welcome, is our students give amazing words of wisdom. So please join me in welcoming our first student speaker, Divell Thompson.
Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone's doing well tonight. My name is Divell Thompson. I'm an 11th grader here at Hinsdale South, and I transferred here in the middle of the second semester. So around March last year, I didn't have the opportunity to join much, but I'm gonna give you guys the best description of what my experience here is like at Hinsdale South, as much as I can and as descriptive as I can as well. So I came here, and I am a drama kid. And that was one of the first things that I heard that was one of the biggest art organizations, I would say, here at Hinsdale South. That was the first thing that I heard of the school. And I was intrigued to know that they had an art program for students of any grade levels, genders, at all, you know. And I heard that they do this really big show every fall, and I got to experience it firsthand, being playing a lead role here at Hinsdale South in the Carrie play, Carrie the musical. And I can say that it was a pretty good play. I can also mention that the director, I got to be in his class my sophomore year. He is an English teacher, and he does an amazing job taking care of his students, making sure that they can pass the class, and you know, just being there overall as a teacher and as a school parent. I can say as well that I'm also intuitive with sports. I love track. I did it at my old school and was intrigued to know that they had it here as well. The one thing that I wasn't so intrigued to know is that they didn't have an ROTC program, which is something that I was very into at my old school. They promoted to go to the military and whatnot, but I came here and unfortunately they didn't have the program. I came here and I wasn't able to do any sports because I transferred too late. But I can say that the school spirit is amazing. Whether we're losing or winning, the students will always give everyone a good time. You'll be able to enjoy it whether you're playing or not. We have two different counselors who are running things, or social workers, I would say. Their names are Dr. Martin and Dr. Williams. They both run a Black Student Union group, and that there is where they talk about issues amongst the Black students here that you guys are feel free to join. Any of you guys can join it. And it is something that you guys, it's an open community. It's not just to only Black students. It is an open community to any students that feel they need to be heard in any situations. There's an SEL group and a rhyme and reason group, and that there we perform, sing, rap, dance, any of those cultural things that we embrace as a community, as a whole, as a group. We all come there and we perform for them. We teach each other how to build a community amongst the people that we're in that group with. And it's not really like a full classroom. It's a pretty small group, but amongst the people that you're with in that classroom, you will build a genuine family here at Hinsdale South. The warm welcome I got here was outstanding. I felt like I was a part of a family on my first day of coming here. I didn't feel nervous. It was like my heart wouldn't stop beating. But it wasn't as if I wasn't able to speak in front of people because they gave me that type of welcome. I felt very happy to be here and know that there are so many different opportunities that I didn't have in my old school here at Hinsdale South. And I'm glad to say that you 8th graders and soon to be freshmen next year will be able to experience just as much as a great and fun thing. Thank you.
All right. Next up, please join me in welcoming McKenna Camden to the stage, fresh out of basketball practice.
Hi guys, that's what I was gonna address really quick. Ignore the attire. Sorry if you can smell me from down there too. I just came from practice in the main gym, and involvement is definitely something I want to touch on later. But for now, this is a win-win situation for both of us. I get to miss sprints, you guys get to listen a little more, you know. With that being said, I'd kind of like to start off with what it was like my freshman year when it comes to being a Hornet. When I first came here, I'm sure like most of you are gonna be, I was extremely nervous. You know, I was terrified that I was gonna forget where my classes were, or I was scared that I would forget my ID for the day. What you're gonna have to remember is that literally everybody else around you is feeling the exact same way. I promise you. Some people might not show it, but inside that's how it works. The best part of it is, though, is that South is completely prepared for it. There are tons of friendly people around the building that are ready to help you at all times, so don't be afraid to ask or speak up when you need help. You're not a burden, you're not going to embarrass yourself. You'll be all right. With the good types of nerves, however, I felt nervous because high school was such a big place compared to what I was used to. I was so excited to meet new people because I went to Cass and Concord and I had the exact same friends for about the first 10 years of my life. But quickly I learned, as you've heard from all the other speakers, that getting involved truly is the best part of high school. You get to meet so many people. It gives you something to do, allows new experiences and leadership opportunities, and like I said, best of all, you get to meet so many new friends who have similar interests as you. Out of all 4 years, I've been a tri-sport athlete every year and held a membership or leadership position in 18 different clubs and activities. That doesn't mean I participate in all of them now, and it's okay to try things and not like them. Nobody really tells you that part. If it's not for you, go ahead and try something else. Other than that, of course, being involved is really important, but it's not as important as the actual school part of it. You actually do have to do your homework, unfortunately. It actually does help you, I promise. Taking time and developing different strategies is what's going to work the best. You're going to have to move around and figure out things for yourself. But the faster you become comfortable with it and figure out what works for you is what will lower your stress levels. You don't need to stay up until 2 a.m. every night despite the rumors to do your homework. I promise. Again, I haven't stayed up past like 11 doing homework, so don't stress. It will be okay. On top of that, one bad grade won't define you. I also had to learn that. I'm a pretty type A, OCD, like I need straight A's type of person. Freshman year, I got my first B in Spanish. It was an 89.4. It was devastating. It was horrible. But it's it's not hard. No. Yeah, that was a hard pill for me to swallow. But it's okay. I'm here now. I submitted all my college applications. I'm ready to go. I'm set. I'm on track. But it doesn't define you. If you work hard, everything will turn out the way you want it to be. The last thing I want to stress is becoming comfortable with having some self-pride. Becoming and embodying a Hornet means that we work hard, act respectfully, and show determination here. Furthermore, being a Hornet is showing self-pride by participating during assemblies, supporting other students, saying hi to everyone you know or don't know in the hallways, donating to fundraisers, anything else like that. We have a lot to be proud of at South, so go ahead and take advantage of it once you get here.
All right, thank you to our students. They're truly always one of the highlights of the evening. So the next task really in front of you as families is to begin thinking about courses for next year. And 7 courses is a full course load from 8 to 3, okay? 5 of these are going to be kind of automatic. So parents, you're going to get an email on December 15th that has course recommendations for English, math, science, and social studies. From the core area and a recommendation for world language as well. So you'll have that information in about a week and a half, and PE is also automatic for every freshman student. So 5 of your 7 courses will kind of be dictated to you, but you still have the opportunity to choose 2 elective credits. So, just keep this in my hand. The sheet that you all got while you walked in, the back page has every elective that's available to freshman students. If it has a 1.0 next to it, that's a full year course, a full credit course. If it has a 0.5 at the end of the course name, that's a 1 semester course or a half credit course. So between now and January, which is when you meet with your counselor, you have the next 8 weeks to choose your elective courses. The purpose of tonight's program is to get you information about those courses, but know that you always have this QR code on the back of that sheet that will get you the full district program of studies. That is a description of every course available in our district, so you can always reflect back on that as well. These are the dates when we'll do our counselor course selection appointments. So COVID forced these onto Zoom, which some people love and some people don't like. But for parents, these happen between 8 a.m. and 3 p.m. So you have the opportunity to Zoom in from wherever you're at. Students, we actually bring laptops out to your schools and you Zoom in from, Burridge Middle, and your parents can Zoom in from wherever they're at, and the counselors will Zoom in from Hinsdale South. We all have conversations about what courses you're taking next year. So you'll get emails with your assigned time, but these are the dates of when those course selection appointments will happen. And yes, it's already time to start setting goals for 2027. One of the most fun things we do is in the spring of every year, we have a senior signing day where seniors talk about what their plans are for after graduation, and we celebrate that on social media. We're here to walk that path with you. My department, the counseling and social work departments, you have an assigned counselor or social worker. We don't have an alpha slice for your grade yet, but you will. So based on your last name, you'll be assigned to a counselor and social worker. And those people, particularly the counselor, walk the path of high school with you all 4 years. So you might have a different English teacher every year, a different basketball coach, depending on what level you're in, whatever. But your counselor is going to be there to answer the questions, to plug you into resources. If you need a safe space, just because you're having a rough day and you want to talk to somebody, we got your back. So lastly, if you haven't done this, you're not going to get an email from me in a week with course recommendations. You're not going to get an appointment for January to pick courses. We cannot go further in the process unless you've submitted your information from this website. Based on numbers, it's probably about 85% of the people sitting in here have done it, so great job. If you haven't done it yet, make sure you do it, because I can't send out course recs or set up these appointments unless you officially enroll. So I hate to end on a negative note, but please do it. We can't go forward. With that, we're going to move into the department chair portion of the presentation, where they'll all give you a little preview of their department and the courses offered to freshman students. So please join me in welcoming Lisa Elo.
Hello, rising freshmen. We're so excited to see you. This is my 22nd year at Hinsdale South, and they can't get rid of me. I love it here so much, so you will too. So I'm going to talk just a little bit about the English department. So next year when you come in, you'll be in either English 1 or English 1 Honors. I had the pleasure of talking to all of your 8th grade teachers and discussing your reading, writing, speaking, listening skills to place you. Some students may also be recommended for academic reading, which strengthens cross-curricular reading strategies. It's a great class. And in addition, you have some spots for electives. Some of you I got to talk to in the field house earlier, but some of our very popular electives are yearbook, journalism, and intro to theater arts. And I just wanted to highlight our 2 publications. So VESPA just won, which is our yearbook, just won a national award, amazing yearbook. And then our Stinger newspaper just went online this year. And you can check it out at southstinger.com. But writing for an authentic audience is just an amazing experience. So I would encourage you to check it out. And next is Miss Kathy Lencioni from the Social Studies Department.
Everybody, I'm Kathy Lencioni, the Social Studies Department Chair. I'm looking forward to welcoming each of our freshmen into one of 2 Social Studies classes next year. Just like Ms. Elo, I meet with all of the 8th grade Social Studies teachers. We look at MAP scores from the MAP test that you've taken, and then we place each student into one of 2 classes, either the World Cultures class or our Honors World Studies class. Both of those classes work on the same skill set. We want to make you better readers, writers, and thinkers. So in each of those levels, we'll be looking at primary source documents, we will be writing document-based essays, and our goal is to prepare every student who wants to move into our AP courses at the sophomore level, the skills to be able to do that. And we have a variety of regular electives that open up to our sophomores as well. We have a robust elective program. So we're looking forward to seeing each of you guys, and I'm going to hand this off to Dr. Julie Gobbets.
Hi everybody, I'm Julie Gobbets. I'm the Science Department Chair. I also teach AP Biology. With me is Adam Hallahan. He is our Assistant Department Chair, and he teaches Biology and Advanced Placement and Environmental Science. He's also the sponsor of our Environmental Concerns Club, and he is a coach of our Science Olympiad team, so he does a whole lot for us. I want to point up here and just kind of show you guys that at our school we've got 2 pathways that students can take in science. One is a physics, chemistry, biology pathway. We shorten it by saying a PCB pathway. And then we also have a biology first pathway. At Hinsdale South, we've offered a PCB pathway since 2008. The pathway we have up here with PCB is teacher designed, and the way we've designed it is very strategic. It's so that one course leads to the next course. And if this is something that you're interested in, it's a choice that you have to choose the PCB course, you would be placed in either physics or physics honors based on your math placement. And this year, our current freshman class, 99% of them have chosen that pathway. The other pathway is a biology first pathway. These courses in this pathway are not linked, they're independent. So when students register for these classes, it's more like an open enrollment process. Students who are interested in this pathway, basically we will put you either in biology or biology honors based on your math reading and your math scores. You can also see that both pathways, by the time you get to be a junior or a senior, you have a lot of elective options and a lot of AP options. So for instance, we have like AP Environmental, like Mr. Hallahan teaches. We've got AP Physics, AP Chemistry, we've got Anatomy and Physiology, and that's just to name a few of them. So there's a lot of options for you, no matter which pathway you decide to take. All right, I'm going to turn this over to Karen Sinkin from math.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. My name is Karen Sinkin. I am the Math Department Chair. I also teach Algebra 1, so I might actually have some of you in my class next year if I teach the course again. For math, it's a little bit more tricky to go through our options. Currently, there's just a lot of places that all of our 8th graders are at. There's a lot of different levels, and that kind of continues in high school. So I'm going to be somewhat broad as I explain the options, and I'll just kind of talk about the more likely classes that your student might be in, but you can always reach out to me if you have any questions about the placement once you get it. Like the other department chairs, I sat down with the 8th grade teachers. We met to talk about the current course they're enrolled in, their grades, how they're doing in the class, and maybe if there's any skills that we want to enhance. And then we also took a look at MAP scores. And then we made a recommendation, which you'll get next week. Most of our freshmen, if you're taking 8th grade Common Core, you will have a recommendation for Algebra 1. It's a foundation class, like it's pretty much the foundation of all of our math classes moving on from here. Some students might also have a recommendation for a support class that helps address those prerequisite skills. That's called Algebraic Reinforcement. And other students that are doing really well might have an option for an Algebra and Geometry honors class, which is a combo. It moves at a pretty fast pace, but it is an option that some freshmen might have. Current students that are already in Algebra 1 or higher as an 8th grader, you're going to be continuing with likely an honors course. It's just going to depend on where you're at in our math sequence. So if you have questions, again, just reach out. If you're already in algebra, we have one elective option that would apply, and that is AP Computer Science Principles. It's pretty much the only AP class you could take as a freshman, so if you need that prereq, it might be a really great experience for you if you want to do a little bit of coding and an introduction to computer science. Those are our options for math, and I'm going to now introduce our World Language Department Chair, Sarah Lombard.
Good evening. My name is Sarah Lombard, and I'm the World Language Department Chair here at Hinsdale South. I'm very excited to be here with you tonight. I've already met some of your children. We visited Cass last week and Westview today. We'll be at Gower tomorrow, so and it's nice to see some familiar faces come through the field house. Here at Hinsdale South, we offer a 4-year sequence of study in 4 languages, which we just saw on the screen there: French, German, Latin, and Spanish. So we have a 4-year program. Students can start in level 1 and go through 4 or AP, or start for Spanish, those that have had it in middle school. Again, I've met with the middle school teachers, looked at the writing samples, and have made recommendations for either Spanish 2 or 2 honors, or Spanish 1, depending on your current level. The students can then start in level 2 for Spanish or 2 honors and go through our 5 honors course. So we have a lot of options for students in our 4-year program with these 4 languages. I keep going backwards instead of forwards. There we go. So with our program, something we really emphasize is that language is something that we want to offer all students. Like Dr. Hardy said at the beginning, the sooner students start a language, the more opportunities that they have. A lot of colleges require a language to get in, 2 or more years to get it in. Not as many people are aware of the fact that many colleges also ask for language taken in college to graduate college. And if you've already taken 3 or 4 years of language in high school, most of the time that will satisfy those higher college level requirements. So definitely thinking about your future and the doors that World Language can open for you are good reasons to start language. Also, to have fun. Our classes are really interactive. We do a lot of speaking and interacting with one another, and we really encourage students to get to know one another in the languages that they're taking. And again, I keep going the wrong way. There we go. Our senior level courses are the highest levels of French, as well as our highest level of Spanish, 5 honors, and AP Latin are courses that we offer for dual credit. So students who start again as a freshman and take the full 4 years can end up in one of our dual credit classes and get credit from either Loyola for Latin or College of DuPage for Spanish and French. We also offer in the District 86 the Seal of Biliteracy. And so students who start as freshmen with the language have the greatest opportunity to earn that Seal of Biliteracy, which in the state of Illinois can get them anywhere from 3 to 14 credit hours for free at public Illinois universities. So we have quite a few students as seniors who earn this award. It's something that's tangible, that proves their language abilities and opens a lot of doors in their future for them. If you have any questions about our languages, our program, or would like any more information, feel free to visit our website. You can see that QR code there, or just check out our website online. And last but not least, I have a message for our Spanish-speaking families. Si ustedes hablan español en casa y les interesa tomar el curso de español, por favor díganle a su consejero cuando se reúnen en enero para que puedan hablar conmigo y verificar en qué nivel deben estar. Y si no quieren tomar el curso de español, está bien, pueden tomar un curso de otra lengua, como francés, español, francés, alemán o latín. It's a pleasure, and we look forward to having you in our program next year. I'd like to introduce Mr. Madden.
Hola. My name is Mr. Madden. I am the Department Chair for Career and Tech Ed. So for those of you that I got to meet earlier, basically I'm in charge of 3 departments: Business, Family, Consumer Science, and our Technology Education Department. Simply put, do you like to make money, do you like to cook, or do you like to work with your hands? So I just wanted to get you guys started off with what is our business department and what's available to you guys next year as freshmen. Probably our most popular course for freshmen that we have is our Introduction to Business class. This is a survey class where we learn about budgeting, banking, finance. We do a stock market game. We do a Shark Tank presentation, all kinds of fun stuff. This is also an earned honors credit, which is something new this year. So if you guys need any information on that, feel free to contact me. We also have our technology support class, or our TSI. If you guys didn't know, in the summer before you guys get here, you're going to get a Chromebook, and you're probably going to drop that Chromebook, spill something on that Chromebook, do all kinds of various things to that Chromebook. We get to fix it. So it's actually a student-run help desk that works in conjunction with our tech department here at school, where they are actually troubleshooting as well as earning certificates. So the computer that you guys get might be an Acer or a Dell. Those students are actually becoming certified support techs in that class. We also offer our Digital Literacy 1 and 2 courses for students that are interested in whether it is word processing. We do a lot of Google Docs, a little bit of web design, and things like that. I would be remiss if I didn't talk about some of our prestigious alumni. So one of the students that has graduated from Hinsdale South, this is Mike Bolos. If there's fans of Shark Tank here, Mike actually was awarded, I have it on here, I don't know if I have the amount, but he actually struck a deal with Kevin O'Leary for Desk View. It's basically a company that's a desk that sticks to glass. He was working in a high-rise building, and he just thought of an idea. He liked to stand and work at his desk. He pitched it, got a deal. He actually came into our entrepreneurship class, our business management class, and actually gives speeches. He was inducted into our Hall of Fame last year. He comes back all the time, and he's a great resource for us. Another part of the departments that I run is our Family Consumer Sciences, this is our culinary department that we have. One of the, again, most popular tracks for freshmen is Exploring Family Consumer Science. It's exactly what it sounds like. Essentially, you get to try out a little bit of culinary, cooking, you get to sew, there's also child development. We'll send home those battery-powered babies that'll wake you up in the middle of the night. So for the parents, by all means, you can kind of let your students, they can see what we had to go through as parents. We also offer a variety of these. Ones on the bottom are kind of our semester courses, so that if you can't fit a full year course into your elective options, we offer Culinary 1 and 2, our Baking and Pastry course, Clothing Construction if you enjoy sewing, and our Fashion Merchandising and Design course. Last but not least, I have our Technology Education Department. Hopefully you guys saw it as you guys were either walking in or walking towards the field house. This summer we were able to renovate the entire space. With that, we have a brand new wood shop, a manufacturing space, a CAD lab, and in that space, we offer a lot of different programs. Our Pre-Engineering 1 and 2 classes are dual credit with Moraine Valley. We offer a woods class if you're interested in putting together things using your hands. Graphic communications, again, we're doing Adobe, InDesign, all kinds of fun stuff, and as well as a digital video production course. In our classes, we focus on trying to be hands-on, using group work, and just working together. These are just some photos that you guys can see of things that we're doing on a daily basis, whether it's cooking, where it's right down the hall, it always smells great over there, to where you can now see all of our wood shop and all the fun stuff that we're doing there to create, as well as our business department upstairs. It's probably one of the loudest hallways you'll be in because the students are having so much fun. Other things that we don't offer, we might not be able to offer physically in the space. This is our Technology Center of DuPage, which is located in Addison, Illinois. It's an option for you in the future if there's things that we don't offer here. So for example, we don't have an automotive class. If you're interested in that, fire science, there's a variety of things that you guys can see on this list that we actually transport you from Hinsdale South to TCD and back, and where you can actually earn certificates and pathways there as well. So that's an option for future. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Patrick Mogg, our Fine Arts Department Chair.
First thing I'm going to say is I'm having traumatic brain remembrance of Spanish myself. McKenna was talking about it, so I'm not telling you not to take Spanish. But I felt even worse when our esteemed department chair started speaking in Spanish, and I can't even speak English well enough to communicate. But what I can do is talk to you about our fine arts programs. The first part I'm going to talk about is our art program. The reason why I suggest that students take art, especially starting off as a freshman, is because after hearing all of these other super smart people talk about their subjects, I think that you need to sit down in a room and have a big lump of clay that you're shaping into something that you get to create with, or sitting down and painting. Because after all of those classes, it makes my little brain hurt. So I know you smart people that are taking all the smarter classes need a class to create. So if you can look at this list, anything along that top row is available to all freshmen. From our painting level, drawing and painting, photography, digital imaging and graphic design, ceramics, glass and metals, animation and video art, and exploring visual art. All of those are available to you as a freshman, as well as they're all semester-long courses, meaning that you can actually take multiple levels your first year when you don't take other departments' electives, okay? I'm telling you now, don't take other departments. Just kidding. The other beautiful thing about this is if you're like, I can't draw, there's an amazing class, Exploring Visual Art. Exploring Visual Art allows you to learn about art, to make art, but you don't have to be skilled at it yet. It is a great class for freshmen to take to learn about art, to create, but also to get to explore. So as you can see, we have lots of great examples. This is our drawing and painting sequence. You can see some of the artwork that the students did, although it still bothers me that we have a blurry screen. I don't understand why we have, you know. you can see some amazing artwork in our drawing painting. We have an amazing photo program here with a fully functioning darkroom. Lots of incredible opportunities for pictures. We have digital imaging and graphic design. We have a whole set of courses designed to teach you graphic design so that you can become all kinds of... And then we have ceramics and clay sculpture. Again, this is my favorite class to go to when I'm struggling with my day, because then I get to slap some clay around and make some beautiful things out of it and then light it on fire. Same thing with glass and metals. I get to use a blowtorch. Who wouldn't want to be in that class? You get to use a butane torch to like make things. Sounds like fun, especially for all of you. And then we have these other examples of art courses. Exploring visual arts. I talked a little bit about that. We do have an AP Art History course that you can take when you get to be a senior, as well as our animation and video art classes. The next thing I get to talk about is our music classes. Now, hopefully, many of you that may have already been in band already know about band. If you don't, then you should contact me, because if you're in band in middle school or you played a band instrument, you should be in the band in high school. It's an excellent way to meet people and get your friends, but also create. We have lots of opportunities, though, in music, too, for students who may not have had a music experience prior to. Such as, if you've never been in music, you can take our treble and bass choir. If you've never been in music, you can take our modern music exploration class. Modern music exploration explores music composition, technology composition, guitar, piano, all kinds of different ways in which you can create music, and you don't have to have any experience. As well as, if you don't have any experience, you can take our concert percussion class. We'll teach you how to play drums. So as you can see with our programs, we have a lot that goes on. Next year, our band is looking to travel to New York to perform in New York in the Veterans Day Parade. We have been lots of places to perform. We perform in football games. We have lots of different opportunities that the band program provides. The jazz program, we have a fully functioning jazz program with big bands and combos. Everybody is encouraged to join. We have our choir and orchestra. Our orchestra is small but powerful. So if you play a violin or viola or cello or a bass and you're out there, you should join the orchestra. There are not a lot of them. None of our middle schools have feeder orchestra programs. So if you know how to play the violin, and I find out you know how to play the violin, I'm going to find you, and I'm going to drag you to the orchestra class. So you might as well do it now. Remember what Dr. Hardy said, right? Take a chance. We also have now I'm done with that. So if you have any questions, obviously now I can't push the button. If you have any questions about any of the fine arts programs, please feel free to reach out. I'd be happy to help. And next we have the amazing Mr. Martzoff subbing in for our PE department chair, Ms. Janelle Marconi.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As Mr. Mark said, I'm Eric Martzoff. I'm one of the assistant principals here at South. Unfortunately, Ms. Marconi could not be with us this evening, so I'm stepping in to try to do it. She's usually the comic relief of the evening. I will do my best. Freshmen for PE, you have to take it. You really, as Mr. Holland said earlier, you don't have much choice. But we do have a fantastic program. Not only is it the physical education, but we also do a lot with our mental and our social emotional skills. We have partnered with Yale University for their RULU program and their curriculum. It's a Yale Center for Emotional Intelligence, as it says there. And once a month, they go up and freshmen don't dress. They go up and they work on their social emotional skills, which is a really very cool program. We also have opportunities for other sports as you move along. Each of these units, this year you'll have moderate activities, vigorous activities, physical as it says activities. We have a swimming unit, so you get to swim in our brand new pool, which is really cool. Any freshman that will turn 15 before the end of 2023, you are eligible, if room allows, to take driver's education. For those of you that I see some students cheering. I see some parents freaking out right now. I understand that. I am in my third child of teaching them how to drive, and I hit that imaginary brake pedal quite often. You don't have to worry about it. Our experts will take care of that for you as it goes through. But you do have those options. Then as you move along in physical education as sophomores, you have one semester of sophomore physical education, one semester of health education. And then junior and seniors, we have a whole slew of opportunities for you, ranging from weight training to group fitness to outdoor activities, team games, you name it, we have a class for you. So sign up for physical education because you don't have a choice. And next we have Carrie Morford with our Deaf and Hard of Hearing program.
Hi, I'm Carrie Morfoot. I'm the Deaf and Hard of Hearing Program Coordinator. The nice thing about this slide is the last one, so that means you are close to getting to go home. As many of you might know, Hinsdale South hosts the largest regional Deaf and Hard of Hearing program in the state of Illinois, next to the Illinois School for the Deaf. But what comes with that for everyone in this room is you are able to take our sign language courses. We offer ASL 1 and ASL 2 to the entire student population. This class, just like Ms. Lombard had said with the foreign languages, offers only 2 years, but does give your student the ability to earn a third language if they're interested in not doing 4 years. It's a great opportunity just to explore something new, learn about deaf culture, and really just learn about different opportunities that the deaf students here in the program have. They'll see them throughout the building, so it gives them a whole other world of people that they can have access to. So really, that is all that I have to say. So I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Mike Holland, and he is going to end our evening.
All right, so yeah, it is my job to officially bring this event to a conclusion and to tell you students, you're officially part of the Hornet family, okay? So start coming to basketball games, start coming to theater productions. If you get the course recs next week and you have a question, you've now seen and heard from all the experts, reach out to them with emails or phone calls, and we look forward to seeing you very soon. So enjoy the rest of your evening.